unattach everything, reconstruct the deer, hang it to the, dug a hole, put the deer head into the hole, let it decay. If I had scissors that cut, that would be a good start. Oh, my finger's super glued. I'll let it dry fully, but I'm too impatient. Okay, well, I had some clear fishing line. I have this tombstone candle. Leave it. I'm going to be as patient as possible. Let it fully dry. I don't know. I might regret that. We're just going to smash this down. There we go. Nope. Oh, that'll be fine. We don't have to be that serious with it. Ah. There's no plan to this at all. Just. Alright, it's hooked. Ah, this is giving. I'm just gonna sit here delusional and do this random technique. It's not. It's not in frame. Hi guys, welcome to my channel, or back to my channel. This week I am going to reconstruct a project that I actually did about 20 years. It has to be 20 plus years ago that I first did this project, but since it has fallen from where it was hanging and become deconstructed. So we're going to unattach everything, reconstruct the deer head, and then rehang it to the plaque I originally made. I don't know if this is interesting. I don't know if this is for you, but if it is, let's stick around and see how we can put this back together. So the impulsive side of me wanted to take what was still attached and just glue it, string it back to the board. But the more I've looked at this, I need to unattach all the pieces, glue it, then put it back on the mount. So I'm hoping that that works out how I think it will work out. I was scared to take it apart thinking I could not put it back together without like the guides of the string, but I think I'll be okay. So a little backstory on this piece, if anyone's interested. This is obviously a real deer head. Dug a hole, put the deer head into the hole, let it decay to bone for, I want to say like 6 months to a year, redug up the deer head. Then I purchased a mount, like this little, let me show you once I get it detached. I purchased at the time, man, there's so many strings. See, there's just no way to reattach this without cutting everything fresh. Now, if I had scissors that cut, that would be a good start. Okay, oops, see, here's some of it coming apart. When I first purchased this plaque, I want to say it was from the Dollar Tree, and I used acrylic. All right, I'm going to move this aside. Here's the actual, like where the eye would have been, and so on. I purchased this. It's just a wood. Oh, see, even the back of this come out. Like where it was originally hung. I stained it with what I'm pretty sure was acrylic paint and mounted it with fishing wire. So even though I don't know if that's the best process, it is stayed intact for years and years and years. And just now has, the only reason this did come apart is it fell from the wall. And see, you can kind of see like these are, I don't know if I bent those in at the time, but they're definitely smashed. There's nails here, which I guess I centered it. And then there's smaller nails down here. So I'm going to clean this up also and put it aside. All right, time to clean. I'm just wiping it down with a wet washcloth. I can't remember if I sealed this piece, but if I did not, over time it's held up. I mean, I don't see any of the paint. I had to have sealed this. But let's get the surface that will put the deer head back on cleaned. Set it aside, and we'll start on the deer head reconstruction. Why I turned this into the video, I'm not sure. I don't know if this will get watched. I feel like it's creative. It was creative when I did it. And it is kind of interesting to me that it's held up so well over the years. Some of this fishing line is just like absolutely not removing. Okay, that's better. I don't know if I super glued it for extra stability when I made this, but it definitely feels like there's some type of sealant on it. Okay. There we go. Nice and clean. Going to start with the easier of the two sides. This side became pretty detached. It's lost a lot of the eye fragment. So I'm going to go ahead and secure the side I know where it basically falls. So let's open a new super glue. I'm going to just put it in these areas here where I know it needs to go, and I'm just going to go for it because it does snap in there. Okay. Hang on. There it goes. Oh, my finger's super glued. Alright, I had just slid this in there, so 1 second. Need those to match and that to match. There we go. Okay. Ta-da, got it. That was tricky, but it's on there. I've added way too much super glue. I'm going to let this set, pick it up off the table when I believe it's fully dry, and hopefully it stays together. It's not nearly been enough time to let it dry fully, but I'm too impatient, so I'm going to carefully flip it and try to get the other jaw attached so then I can fully leave it alone and let it finish drying. So I don't want to put too much pressure on that. Okay, that actually might be good because it's kind of securing it in the meantime. Now, what's tricky here is all of this is missing, but I do still have enough left to attach it to what was once, I guess. Let's do it like this, actually. Because you can see where the, like, I guess snout, nose area would have been. And it's going to fall, actually, it's going to fall right here. I can see that those two fragments kind of go together. So we're going to just guesstimate that it's right there where that piece is, and it's basically floating. There's literally nothing else to attach. So let me try to, I knew this side was going to be much harder. You can't just attach it from nothing. A good amount of it had snapped. Okay, now that I know where it's going to be, I'm going to lay it back on the side and try to find little spots that I can connect it to, like possibly right here. We could build a bond right there, in here. You can see a little better. And I'm going to need to prop it. Let's see what I have. What do I have near me? Nothing. Oh, hold on. Let me reach and get this. I have this tombstone candle that might be perfect. Look at that. Okay, so there, we put it back. Okay, that is exactly where it needs to be. I'm gonna go, oh, and see, we can probably adhere it right here as well. Let me try to get some glue there. I'm gonna go in and doctor these little tiny spaces that are now connecting, since there's some support. The other side is glued and now has pressure to continue to dry. When it's completely dry, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to be as patient as possible, let it fully dry, come back. We're going to attach it to the mount once again. So I'm very proud of myself because I stayed patient, and it's now the next day. So I was rethinking how this was off in the back, and maybe that's what caused it to fall. It seems like it's in there, so I don't know if I should really mess with the placement. I don't know, I might regret that. Maybe smash these down, right? They are kind of wiggly. Okay, this one did pretty good. Let's try to... We're just going to smash this down. There we go. Nope. Not really, but you know, that'll be fine. We don't have to be that serious with it. I mean, those are not going anywhere. Okay. Problem fixed. Should we put maybe a dot of super glue there? Just in case. And we'll let that dry for a second. Okay, so this came together so nicely. The only thing I'm scared of, we're about to tie it back on the front where the little those are catching in the light, the little nails and hooks are. I originally had this tied through like the eye socket nose portion. So when I go back in, which I have, okay, well, I had some clear fishing line, and we're going to loop it back through the skull of this and secure it to the board. So I'm going to let this dry now for a second, and I'll be right back. We'll start trying not to crack this. Okay, see, nothing that a little super glue can't fix and hammering it, but it is secure now. A little more than I thought it was in the first place. I'm pretty sure it was secure in the first place is what I mean. I just wanted to make sure. Let's fold this one up a little more. All right, so we're gonna try this. We're gonna reposition him on the mount, and then we're just gonna go through and catch the hooks and the nails and reattach this guy to the mount. So let's see what we come up with. Let's start with okay, we're going to start with the antler. And we're just going to get like a base secure, and then I'm going to go through with way too much fishing line and tighten everything. But let's get the main portion stabilized. All right, antler number 1 attached. Now we're gonna go through the little hook down there and up through this antler. Okay, there we go. By the way, I'll be interested to see, do you guys, was this just the worst thing? Should I have just kept this to myself? And not made it a video? Okay, let's see if we can go back through. I don't know why I assumed this would be boring, but it's kind of nice just hanging out and chit-chatting while I do the work, because in all honesty, I have been avoiding, this has been under my desk, just ignored, because I didn't want to take the time to piece it back together. So actually making it this, like making it the content, motivated me to get it done. All right, let's see. Once we double knot or get this knotted where we're at. It's kind of scary looking right now. I remember the first time around though, this being scary and me thinking it was never gonna stay hung. But here we are like 20 years later. All right. Ah, this is giving okay. There we go. That was anxiety. That was scary. Okay. Pretty secure. Now, that's not the only time we're going to go around. In fact, I'm going to just situate. I don't know if I should let's do this part together. I wish those were hooks down there and not nails. I don't know why I would put nails there to begin with. But we're going to, let's secure this part here. Through the eye. Okay. Then we're going to take our line. Let me just cut a bunch away. There's no plan to this at all, just I'm going to kind of see. There's that tiny nail in here. So let's try to hook that. All right, it's hooked. Yeah, I don't know here. Okay. We'll go down under this part. We'll do one side together. I just cannot do this for 90 minutes on a video. All right, we're hooked here, we have an eyeball hooked. Let's do through his little snout. We'll go back through here. We'll hook it on the nail again. There we go. Now I'm going to take it and put it through the hoop hook thing. Let me get my tweezers. We'll pull it through there. We'll go back around the antlers. And tighten it. Okay. We'll go back around the antlers. And tighten it. Okay, so I'm just gonna sit here delusional and do this random technique to tie this guy down, and then I will be back and show you whatever the heck just happened afterwards. Hey, ta-da! It's hung. It's done. It's done in frame. But it is hung. Okay, it's a little scary, but I know it's secure. Do you see all that fishing line on there? Is it catching? And yeah, there is a little wiggle room to it, but it's just because it's not, you know, it's not like a flat piece. It can't just be, see, like it's gonna wiggle a little bit, but that's why it's secure. Okay, this is all clear. It's just picking up in the light. So let me know what you think. Is this the worst video? Look how cool that looks though. What? That looks amazing. And it's going to get hung back on the wall. But let me know what you thought about this video. Is random ideas that just need done good to watch, or should these not happen? Okay, well, I will see you guys on next week's video.